This is going to be a continuation of a part 1. I had a little technical difficulty. And first it's going to start off where on my post Deku to the side and started yelling at him, telling him that he's the never trusted villain with his quirk. And he started yelling some more, saying, oh, how you would never become a hero because you're a stupid villain. You betrayed UA, you betrayed my touch and your friends. And then he plucks out a hair of Izuku's, and then he eats it, and Izuku started crying. And then All Might knocks out Izuku, and then Izuku wakes up in Tartarus prison. And he's crying, saying he didn't do it. He started telling the guards, and then one of the guards got tired of it, and we're gonna say the guard had a strength enhancement quirk. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. I had to pause for a second. But he had a strength enhancement quirk, and then he got tired. He opened Izuku's cell door and punched him in the stomach and told him to shut up. And Izuku got knocked out cold. He broke a couple ribs and he got knocked unconscious. And we're gonna say about a day later, the guards see that Izuku would wake up. So he immediately brought him to the infirmary, and they said that Izuku was in a coma. But while Izuku was in the coma, he met someone with black hair and red eyes, and this is going to be Itachi. So Itachi and Izuku was starting talking, and Itachi was telling Izuku that he was his reincarnation, and that he was gonna train Izuku to technically be to use his power correctly instead of giving it to him fully, so Izuku will technically just die from it. So he was in a coma for about 3 months, and the USJ and everything didn't happen. Sports basketball didn't happen. So Izuku in his mindscape, it felt like more like 3 years. 3 years to him, but in the real world it was more like 3 months. So when he actually wakes up, his hair turned completely black, and it grew longer since he was in the coma. So he had the Itachi length hair, and his eyes just went totally black. And once he woke up, they did a couple checkups, and then they threw him right in his cell. And then he we're gonna time skip him off. And during Izuku while he was in the coma, Bango, Momo, Kirishima, and Jiro was looking for evidence for Izuku to get out of jail because they knew it wasn't him. So they eventually figure out his notebooks. He took notes of everybody quirks in 1A and 1B, and most of the heroes. So they go to Izuku's mom's house, and Izuku mom, Inko, best mom, opened the door crying and asked them, "What do y'all want?" And they was telling her how they can get Izuku out of jail. All we do is need his notebook. So Inko brings the notebooks to them, and they brought it straight to Nezu and showed Nezu the notebooks. And that's going to be right around the 1 month time skip. So at the end of the month, Izuku was sitting in his cell, doing God knows what. He was training his body. he was doing push-ups, sit-ups, sitting there, push-ups, sit-up, pull-ups, and he was working on his body. And then one of the guards came up and said, "You have a visitor." And then Izuku said, all right. And then he started walking with the guard, and what's it called? And the guard bring him into a room, and he sees Aizawa, Nezu, and All Might, and he instantly got pissed off just by seeing Nezu and All Might, and he was only talking to Aizawa, and he asked Nezu what do he want, but Nezu asked the guard, "Is this Izuku Midoriya?" Because Izuku Midoriya looked way different because he had long hair, black hair, and black eyes. And the guard said, "Yes, this is." So he asked, "What do you want again?" And Nezu said, "We came to get you out of here because we found evidence that you is innocent." And Aizawa came up to hug Izuku, and Izuku hugged him back, and then he was like, "Finally, you can come back to UA." And Izuku said, "I might come back to UA on 2 conditions. One, I get my own dorm, and 2, I get my own training area, so I can train my newfound quirk and body." And once All Might heard quirk, he immediately thought one for all. All for one. Gave him a new quirk, and Izuku instantly said, "No, All Might. He did not give me a quirk." And then Izuku asked how long until he can get out, and Nezu said 1 week from now we have to fill out paperwork and get all this off your permanent record. Then Izuku said, okay, and then he went, and then the guard escorted him back to his cell. So we're gonna do a week's time skip. Everyone found out that Izuku wasn't a UA trader, and Izuku with Aizawa, All Might, and Nezu in an armored car, going straight to UA, because we're gonna say the dorm happened after the UAJ. So yeah, once they made it to UA, Izuku instantly got up, and then one of the guards said, "We have to open the door from the outside," and Izuku just straight up said no and kicked the doors open, then jumped down, and then went straight to the dorms and then asked which one is my room to Aizawa. And Aizawa showed him the way to his room, and Izuku just goes to his room, see all the All Might stuff, and then he instantly fireball jutsu. He put everything into a box and instantly fireball jutsu the box and burned everything. So then Izuku, next day, Izuku was going to class, and everyone sees this random person that they don't know is Izuku. Then Izuku walks into class, and walked into class 1A, and everyone sees him, and asks Aizawa, "Who is he?" And Aizawa said, "That's Izuku Midoriya, and you're late. Take your seat." And Izuku says, yeah, I know. Then Izuku sit down, and then he put his feet on the desk and a book on his face and instantly go to sleep. And that's where we're gonna be leaving it off right now. Part 2 is gonna be uploaded in tomorrow in a couple hours, and that's gonna be starting of the sports festival. So that's gonna be we're gonna be leaving it off. What if guy out.